Pee is stored in the snowballs, or at least that's the only logical conclusion I can come to for why snowmen melt so quickly. After all, a snowman is merely a collection of snowballs, and the larger a snowman, the greater the reservoir of urine contained within them with which to sustain them through the long, dark, and frigid days of winter. I work in retail, an industry known this time of year for subjecting employees and customers alike to the second worst genre of music ever conceived of, played on repeat with little regard as it eats away at the soul and erodes the bedrock of the mind. What genre of music, you ask? Christmas music, of course. In 2006, sort of rock band The Killers released a Christmas single titled Great Big Sled, which I have been forced to listen to over and over and over again for the past 5 or 6 years of my life. Perhaps even longer, as before I was employed where I'm currently working, I previously also worked in retail for numerous years. But despite such a long and storied history of working in retail and being subjected year after year to the horrors of Christmas music, it only just recently occurred to me that when Brandon Flowers is quoted as singing, "This snowman is shaping up to be an 8 but not out of 10, he is referring to the literal shape of a snowman resembling the number 8. But beyond this simple visual analogy, Brandon mentions little of the anatomical makeup of said snowman, leaving us a single unanswered question. What question, you ask? Ho ho ho! Your snowman may be shaping up to be an 8 but not out of 10, but does it have a penis? Most likely not, as the standards and practices of our time dictate that including such a grotesque appendage be considered a lewd and, dare they say, lascivious display. But I say why? And why not? Snowmen do not reproduce sexually the way humans do. They are constructed artificially through the hands of men, women, children, and otherwise playing God. Thusly, a penis with which to discharge urine in a slower and more controlled manner could hardly be considered lewd, as it would be less so even than the cock and balls of lower life forms such as cats and dogs put on display for the world to see. Would the world be a better place with more anatomically correct snowmen capable of urinating the way God intended? Perhaps not for mankind, but for snowmankind it certainly would be, as they would live longer and with a better quality of life. And what is this time of year about, if not charity and goodwill towards your fellow man and snowman? So I ask you, humbly, please, if you decide to play God this holiday season and build a snowman of your own, do as God would do, and give my man a penis.